Brain Research Maxim Statements. What's going on with it? Justine Claire GUIAOOCT 5, 2022. JC has a degree in brain science. While not chasing after her profession, she is following her energy for compassing and composes on different exhibit of themes. Have you at any point seen a virtual entertainment post that goes like, brain science says? Generally, individuals with the best guidance are the ones with the most issues, or brain science says. Assuming your forefinger is longer than your ring finger, you are probably going to be an egotist. What's going on with brain science? Says web-based entertainment posts. Posts and pictures like this are widespread via web-based entertainment like Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. You could actually type in the expression "brain research says" on Google, and you will see many items and pictures containing presents comparative on the models referenced before. At face esteem, they might sound alright and innocuous. Most posts may really cause you to concur with what they were talking about, while some rest erring on an inspirational tone, and gives off an impression of being valuable to your life. Thus, what's up with consuming the brain research says online entertainment posts? What about these posts is that brain science never said them, and undoubtedly the not. They were not cited by any therapist or brain research scientists. Brain science is a logical investigation of the human psyche and conduct. All cases and ideas under it are overall completely examined and are constantly upheld with exploration and analyses if fundamental. This is fundamental, particularly concerning diagnosing mental problems and carrying out important medicines. On opposite, brain science says web-based entertainment posts are not upheld by research. These posts likewise spread an off-base thought of numerous mental ideas. Tragically, some brain research says presents tend on mislabel and misjudge mental problems. These thoughts will be additionally examined in the accompanying areas. Brain science says posts are not upheld with research. Posts, for example, brain science says torment makes you more grounded, dread makes you bolder, catastrophe makes you smarter, claims that a specific inclination or experience will prompt something making an individual somewhat better. What's going on with brain science says web-based entertainment posts photograph by intriguing mental realities on Facebook. While these cases might be valid in specific conditions and people, there is no affirmation that they will be valid for everybody like clockwork. For example, torment doesn't necessarily in every case make an individual more grounded. It can likewise create them more vulnerable or damaged. The inclination cannot be anything to them. Exactly the same thing with dread and deplorability. Have you heard an account of an on-returning individual to the individual who over and over gave them grievousness? Taking into account this, did they become smarter after the primary disaster? This is the risk of unsupported cases. It can give an off-base or misdirecting thought to the perusers of the substance. Brain research says posts can spread an off-base thought about various mental ideas, corresponding to the past segment. The cases made by most brain research says posts might present an off-base comprehension or translation of mental ideas to the perusers. Consider the assertions in the picture beneath. What's up with brain science says online entertainment posts photograph by INFO4 all on Steamker look to proceed how great essayists are we at any rate a parody how great Philippines in numbers realities about the Philippines by the numbers realities about the Philippines universe of virtual entertainment What is virtual entertainment done on the planet? On the off chance that a clueless peruser consumes this substance, they might expect that an individual is desolate each time they see somebody chuckling excessively, or an individual might be miserable in the event that they rest a ton, etc. Observe that only 1 out of every odd individual who giggles in excess of is desolate, or an individual who dozes a ton is miserable. These are not the insights inside you, as opposed to the case composed on the picture. Giggling, sluggishness, talking less, powerlessness to cry, unusual eating conduct, crying on seemingly insignificant details, and lashing out over little things, for example, may mean a ton of things. And in addition to the things guaranteed by the explanations, it is conceivable that it is essential for one's character to giggle excessively and not be desolate. And it is conceivable that somebody is drained to rest a ton and not miserable. It is not difficult to be misled by these explanations in light of the fact that the cases are summed up and our ordinary circumstances and feelings in our day-to-day routines that we all in all experience as people. There are general ideas that can't be utilized for individual encounters. Furthermore, a few assertions might have all the earmarks of being valid on the grounds that they some way or another reflect genuinely mental ideas. Like one of the numerous side effects of wretchedness, a mental problem that is generally attached to misery is laziness or drowsiness. In spite of this, drowsiness doesn't liken to despondency, since dormancy is likewise a side effect of numerous other mental and physiological problems. Legitimate testing and evaluation are expected to analyze a mental problem like sadness. Brain science says posts might advance self-finding and mislabeling of mental problems and conditions. What's going on with brain research says virtual entertainment posts photograph by Katie English on Pinterest. Beside the way that brain research never says the assertion referenced in the picture above, it isn't on the right track to view yourself as discouraged immediately on the grounds that you know that you're not what you ought to be. Once more, there are a ton of things that can cause one's downturn. To be sure, one of these reasons might be not being the individual that a singular needs to be. Nevertheless, note that there are likewise wretchedness side effects and time span to consider to determine somebody to have clinical gloom. Experts allude to the Indicative and Factual Manual of Mental Issues, 5th version, text update DSM-5-TR, by the American Mental Affiliation, APA, or to the Global Arrangement of Sicknesses, 11th release, ICD-11, by the World Wellbeing Association, WHO, for the most recent aid for conclusion and evaluation of mental problem. Likewise, the most ideal way to battle gloom is to look for proficient assistance. For what reason is this significant? There is a risk of self-conclusion or naming another person with a mental condition. Beside this might be rude and ill-bred to the people who are experiencing genuinely mental circumstances. Mislabeling and self-determination might present generalizations and segregation toward the person. Additionally, misdiagnosis may likewise prompt pointless self-medicines. We people are intricate creatures, and there is no single case that can make sense of our way of behaving and feelings. For this reason, brain research is utilizing a ton of information and speculation.